Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. Welcome back. This would be the second half of your monthly reading. We're going to look at the mid-month. Let's take a moment to look over the first month real quick. I will link the entire video here so that you can check it out in case you didn't see it or you want a refresher on it. But your energy right now, you are getting ready to plant a seed of intention. And intuitively, you know this. There's a big choice in decision making going on this month. And so we have that energy right there. Here's the choice in the decision making with the Lovers here at the top and the Justice card in the subconscious. So you are supposed to be focusing on this, and subconsciously you already are, coming out of a need to rest and recuperate during the month of August during your birthday season. The energy, hopefully you took time out for yourself to manage your own health and well-being. Mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it was that you needed. And then the challenge is the fact that there is a lot of chaos, a lot of stuff going on. It's a very busy time for some reason. It feels like there's all this activity, and yet we feel like we're getting nowhere, right? But your opportunity here is to intuitively know what it is that you need. Here we have this Ace of Cups to fill up your own cup of joy and happiness. The overall energy is that there's this Three of Swords that probably led to this Four of Swords here. Lots of either words or thoughts or things that happened that just felt really uncomfortable. But from that, there was so much wisdom that was gained. So we have the High Priestess here. So lots of two energy, right? The choice and the decision making, the balancing of the loving here, that's a two. We've got the 6 here, but it's again choice and decision, major choice. When it is, this is major energy here, and then we have your superpower that we had at the beginning of the month, and you can probably utilize this throughout the month, but we're going to pull another card for another superpower to dig into. We have the Two of Pentacles, finding the balance, right? You're intuitively finding the balance, and it is a superpower to lean into. The first two weeks here, we had this Nine of Wands with the Two of Wands. It's like this overwhelmed feeling of what do I need to do next, and this need at that new moon, at the full moon that we had. Well, actually leading into this new moon that we had on the 15th, into finding the calm, So here the advice was to focus on the legacy that you want to leave, and the energy of joy and play and spiritual development and growth through this King of Swords and this 10 of Pentacles. It's actually called the Spirit of Swords here, so it's definitely manifesting that way. So let's take a look at the next 2 weeks, and then we will see what superpower you can lean into and what is the advice of the action to be working with. So the advice here was to find the play and to develop spiritually. And let's see what we got for the week of... I need to turn the page. The week of the 17th through the 23rd. And wow. And the 24th through the 30th. We've got that decision that you're working on. It's starting to come through big time by the time we get to the end of this month. That's great. Okay, superpower. The superpower to be working with. And... not surprised to see that. And the advice. You have 2 aces. We went from this choice and decision making to having chosen something. So that full moon that happened at the beginning of the month was allowing you to really clear some space. This new moon, which is actually to me an Ace of Pentacles, and here it sits in the center of your energy, allows you to really lay it all out and figure out. So now you have 3 aces. You have the Ace of Cups. You have here for the week of that, right after that new moon in 17th to the 23rd, right after the new moon, we have this Ace of Swords. But it's a black swan, so it's something unusual. It's a choice in the decision making, but it's also you really having pulled your energy in, gone into the quiet. You were able to sort out, you have the opportunity to sort out in the quiet, in the calm, and that's important because the action to take here, the superpower is the Hermit. The superpower is the Hermit. So you taking the time to go within, and there's that owl of wisdom there, sitting right there. You pulling your energy in right around that new moon. So as I think as this video comes out was right before the new moon, and so that day before, which is the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, if you haven't already set time aside this week, pull that energy in and listen to yourself, because everything you need to know is inside of you. You have the answer. And so the swords, this thought process, this choice and decision making, it's made through that heart head coherence, right? That really breathing in through our heart space and feeling the feeling we want to feel, and then navigating forward based on that, like it's a compass needle that points in the direction that we want to go. And that ace really looks like a compass needle to me. And so here's your chance to really move that forward. And by the time we complete this month with that full moon in Aries, a fellow fire sign, you have the movement of swords. You have like the Knight of Swords energy, the choosing a direction and moving toward it. That full moon is going to launch you forward, right? And I know that for sure, because the advice to take is to take the action. We have the Ace of Wands. And look at that tiger. Leo, you've earned your stripes. Completely and totally, you have earned your stripes. It's been a rough year and a half or so. So, your advice at the beginning of the month was to really pull your energy in and think about what legacy you want to create. Where do you want to develop things? And now it's about taking action toward that. Like really moving in that direction. There's a lot of clarity, but this clarity comes from your truth, from deep inside of you. This isn't about what other people think. It's about what you think. And you got there through this wisdom and this knowledge of the Hermit. It's really fantastic. So let's take a little bit deeper dive into that new moon in Pisces that's happening. Guys will have to just forgive me because I can't remember stuff. Three moons gets confusing in my head. All right, so this new moon, at the time of this new moon, you have Venus conjunct Juno in your sign. Juno is like Hera. It's the energy of the divine counterpart to the king of the gods, and she had to learn how to fill up her own cup, how to believe in herself, because he was a bit of a philanderer, right? And so this is a very self-empowering energy. And Leo, this is going to affect everyone, but because it's happening in your sign, I think it's really important. Venus is stationed direct on the 3rd of September, right? So now she's moving forward. She was at 12 degrees. She just got off that 12-degree point on the 10th. The 11th, she moved to 13, 13, yeah. And so here we have this, I wrote, you are your own sovereign being, should you choose. That's what I wrote for like everybody, and you have all this choice. You are your own sovereign being, should you choose. I'm sure you can hear the cardinal just showed up. It's the male cardinal. That's action. His name is Ozzy, because he's the only cardinal I remember from when I used to go watch the Cardinals play. And he has a girlfriend, and I call her Harriet. Harriet doesn't talk to me the way Ozzy comes in, he's like, thanks so much. Oh, I love food. Harriet comes in like, I can forage for my own. Very much that Venus energy. I could take care of myself. I'm willing to come here and eat your stuff, but I don't need it. All right. This new moon, we've got the great blue herring. He's standing in the water. He's intuitively gathering information. And he's waiting. But there's a storm. And that's power. This one says standstill. This one says power. Your power is found in the calm. Your power is found in the calm. Pull your energy in. Gather your strength. Gather your power. You'll know when it's the right time to make the right move. So here with this new moon, and a new moon always invites us in to the recesses of our mind. Here we have the one ring circus, very much like Harriet. She can take care of herself. She doesn't need anybody else. She can accept help. She will, and when she chooses to, she'll engage socially when she wants to. But she doesn't need that. She's her own sovereign being, as are you. So here he's sitting on this elephant, the one ring circus. The advice here is basically the one ring circus. There's only the elephant, and he's performing, and he's having fun, and he's able to create a legacy of what it is that he wants and he needs. And so this carries through this month. And here you can see in the background here, there's like the sliver of this new moon here that's happening, right? And so this new idea, the seed of intention here, whatever this is, it is in the calm, it is in the space that you create for yourself, that you will have the wisdom and the knowledge come forward that tells you what it is you need to do next. And it is also from there that you find the center, the quiet, which is where your power is. Because then, this very much reminds me of this Uranus energy. So, this Uranus energy is at 22 degrees of Taurus, and it is this new moon is at 21 degrees, 21 and a half degrees or so. What is it? 21, almost 22, 21.59, right? So it's at 22 degrees. It's almost like the exact trine flow of energy to this Virgo new moon. Get your motor running. Which is being assisted by this energy also of Pluto and Capricorn. And again, it's part of a kite. And this energy lets out, the real focal point of this energy is around the dreams in Pisces, around the goals and the ambitions and what it is you really want, but it is in the quiet that you will find that. But look at all this power that is building up. It's like when, the heat of the summer and the sun is just baking and it's sweltering and you can feel it just closing in, and then the storm breaks and there's so much fury and power in that storm, but it clears everything out, right? Like then the cool air comes in, because it's where the hot air meets the cool air, right? And the cool air comes in and it's refreshing. And that's where you're going to know where to move forward. So pull your energy in, because that clarity comes with it. That clarity of knowing what it is. And so using that energy around that new moon, really pulling your energy in and considering what it is you really want. Ace of Wands. Knowing what direction you want to go in. I think it lights you up. I think if you give yourself the space and the grace to really work with that energy, because when we get to that full moon, where you can really have a big release of energy that comes through, that's on the 29th. That's on the 29th. That new moon happens at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. The full moon in Aries is on the 29th of September. It's at 6 degrees of Aries. It is holding a very loose trine with, a really loose conjunction with Neptune at 26 degrees. They're exactly 10 degrees apart, which is the outer limits of a conjunction. But it is still influencing that energy because the moon moves quickly. So it has just recently had a conversation with Neptune on its way by about these dreams and this goals. And now it's about releasing that energy out into the world. Knowing when to take action and what action to take. Knight of Swords. So, at the time of this full moon, Venus and Juno still are exactly conjunct at 22 degrees of your sign. That's a critical point. 15, 20, and 7 degrees and 0 degrees are the critical points. And so we've got the sun in Leo at 6 degrees, but Athena, knowledge, wisdom, is at 7 degrees. So they're in a very tight conjunction. Only 1 degree separate them at the time of this full moon in Aries. And you have in your sign this energy of Venus and Athena exactly squaring Uranus and Taurus. And that's where the power comes in. That's where the release comes in. That's how you're going to know how to move and when to move and what to do. And so I think that the whole month is building toward that energy, and it trines your energy, which makes it a nice safe flow. This full moon does. A nice supportive flow of energy in the middle of a grand trine that is in Earth, which means taking an idea, all these swords, right, and grounding it, right? When lightning strikes and hits the ground, grounding it in order to manifest change. So you're going to manifest a major change in your life. Oh my God, I love that you got that. Okay, what else did you get? Oh, I didn't go all the way. All right, so Venus is encouraging you in your sign to selflessly love yourself. This is not narcissism. This is putting yourself in the proper place that you belong, where you put your oxygen mask on first, where you know that you can take care of yourself, where you know that the direction that you're moving in is your choice, it's your decision. You're choosing you and not sacrificing yourself for somebody else, not for the job, not for whatever. Whatever it is that has been draining your energy, that has left you with this need, this 3 of Swords into the 4 of Swords to recover. If you've been working too hard at work, then maybe you figured out, no, I need to take some time down for myself. If you've been spending all of your retirement savings helping your kids, then you're like, no, wait, I got a plan for my own retirement. If you've got a relationship that, you know, they're taking and not giving, maybe that's not the right relationship for you. You know, what is it, right? What is going on with you? You know, it's going to be different for each of you. I understand that. It's a general reading. But you know what it is. And this energy, this need to change, to make a choice for yourself, you can feel that too. It's been building. And this month, you get to actually do it. And this full moon in Aries is followed by 2 eclipses. We're all going to be making changes. Ooh, you have Pegasus. Was that? Maybe that was the other one. Okay. All right. Oh. This goes with this. Nope, not that one. This one. Something rare. Something rare. Pegasus. It says inspiration, grace, and clarity. I think that would be a black swan. Inspiration, grace, and the Ace of Swords. Clarity. With divine grace, grand accomplishment becomes possible. An inspired idea to awaken to your soul. Do not allow it to become tainted by by negativity, greed, or ego. Protect what matters to your soul by surrounding yourself with the white light and asking for spiritual grace to be with you always. You can be guided, and you can be a guide and a guardian for others when you stay connected to the pure light of spirit. It is not up to you to decide what others need to do. Have faith that your loving connection with spirit will help others to find and live their own truth, blessed by divine grace. There's something in my contact that's blocking that. Okay, I open my heart to divine inspiration, the opportunity. I open my heart to divine inspiration and the protection of spiritual guidance. Wow. And the card that came with it is make time for self-love, right? Selflessly love yourself. Give yourself what you need. No one's going to do that for you but you. Like, we teach others how to treat us by how, we treat ourselves with the dignity and the love and the kindness and the compassion we deserve. And so, yeah, get in touch. Hand on the heart. You could do it left hand over right hand to really bring all that energy in, or just your left hand to be open to receiving, but to really getting yourself in connection with spirit and with your higher self, letting your heart inform the brain to create the strategy. So what you feel informs your thoughts. So when you feel joy, when you feel positivity, when you feel hope, when you feel all those powerfully strong feelings in your heart space, and you send that message to the brain says, I think I know. Wait, give me a second. Yep, I know how to make that a reality. Ace of Swords. But your heart has to tell your brain what to think about. And so if you live in fear and anxiety and doubt and disillusion and disbelief, if that's what you're feeling, then your brain just continues to pump out ideas that support that. You get to train your brain. So, I love this. All right, guys. If you like these kinds of readings, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment so you can be in the drawing for a reading that I'll do each month for somebody who's left me a comment. Also, I'm on Facebook every day. I do the astrology over there, and I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you, and I can't recall what it is right now. So this month, we already had the what do you need to know? What's next is the success reading that'll be coming out next week. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, you nurture yourself, you take care of yourself, you pull your power in, and then you're going to know when it's time to strike. And then look out, world, because here comes Leo. All right, you guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.